everybody. Hi, Mummas. Are you ready for the fiery session of the day?
Hello. Happy Boxing Day.
Burnout Mummas, and yes, happy Boxing Day.
Wow, what a year.
What a year. I hope everyone's had an amazing year. Like, years can be full of happiness, sadness, grieving. So as long as you have that outcome of things that you've achieved in that year, I feel like it's a bonus, isn't it?
Oh, it's a bonus. This year, on any year, I think you get lots of highs, lots of lows. I hope you're all enjoying sitting in your pyjamas, being with family, and just being a bit present this time of year.
I think it's funny, you've lost your voice.
I've lost the voice, too much partying.
Oh my God,
or shouting.
Party pays. So, yeah, how was Christmas Eve? Because my Christmas Eve, I was rapping all bloody night.
Wow.
I was like, literally, I don't know why I do it every year, Paisley. I'm so lastminute.com.
Yep. Well, as much as you're prepared, I mean, I couldn't be too prepared because we were having a new kitchen fitted and there was dust everywhere and presents that I've bought and then I couldn't find them.
Oh my
so
God.
All my presents just went in a big box with a load of paper on top.
Oh, don't. It's like the maddest thing, isn't it? And honestly, I bought loads of gift bags this year.
Yeah,
I was
gift
like,
bags.
I cannot deal with this wrapping. Like, obviously, I did like Iona's.
I do a
and stuff,
few for the birthdays as it goes through the year, but I feel so overwhelmed. I've got like 30 gifts. Obviously, as well, I think a lot of family have bought our children gifts this year because we're going away, aren't we? So yeah. I've really dumbed down on what we're doing.
Yeah, not long. And then we are going to Dubai for the year. So we're very excited. So lots of things have happened on my side as well. So just before Christmas, we got an offer on my house that I've been trying to sell for so long.
How long?
Well, literally nearly 2 years it's been on and off the market,
2 years,
isn't
yeah.
it? It's been literally on and off the market. So February this year, next year, 2025, we will be moving, hopefully. That is my aim. February half term, I want to be in that new house. So lots of new things. So Boxing Day for me is like the end. I know it's not the end of New Year's Eve and things like that, but for me it is summing up like everything in the year.
Yeah, I love that time of year between Boxing Day and New Year, because even though you have your children around, I think you do get that time to really think about the year ahead, and it's a great time for planning and thinking about your goals for the next year.
Yeah, and also I feel like unless you're up at 5 a.m. on Boxing Day shopping or doing anything like that, for me it is really about relaxing, just taking that day to unwind, like
a nice long walk,
especially after Christmas. Yeah. And I actually feel like Boxing Day, like, for me, is about just grounding myself, because there's so much chaos over Christmas, isn't there? Like, just that is my day between there and New Year to think, right, what am I going to achieve in January 2025?
I get quite excited between that time because it makes me feel like, you can get excited about the year ahead and you can plan it, and it's like it's a fresh, clean slate, however bad or good your year's been, to go again.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I feel like for us as human beings, it's really good to sum up like what we've done. So actually we have got a little task for you guys. We want you to write down 10 of your biggest achievements of this year, of 2024.
Some
intentions as well of what you want to achieve in 2025, which leads us on to talking about vision boards, which will be on our next podcast on how to write and get the best out of your vision boards.
Definitely. And you can manifest. We've actually got a retreat coming up, haven't we? End of January, and it is so important. We do this every January, and we're going to just talk about our goals and achieving them. We've smashed quite a lot of ours this year, haven't we?
Yeah, literally, me and you, we go to a retreat every January. Me and Paisley, we'll book something like a retreat or whatever, something for us.
Yeah.
But we were like, no, this year we're gonna host one, do it for us and everyone, because we want to be a part of it. We want to redo all our vision boards. So now from this time, like Boxing Day to the New Year's Day, like start collating like things that you want to achieve in 2025.
What you want in your life. It doesn't have to be career or money. It could be something for you, a bit more time for you, like taking up a new hobby. My list is always endless.
I know, but do you know what? I always go really, really big on my vision boards, and I have small stuff as well. The small stuff I will achieve in that year, but the bigger stuff is more. So actually, saying this, on one of my vision boards that I did 2022, I think I'll have to get on the next podcast. I'll actually show you what my vision boards look like, and this is what we're going to do in our retreats. But I had Boom Arts Academy win awards.
No, we've been to 2 this year.
We've been to 3.
3? Oh my God,
yeah, we have. So, we won an award we've been to 2 award ceremonies, and then we won an award just for being the best school in Croydon.
Surrey Business Awards was really big.
Oh my God, it was amazing. Like, you'll probably see pictures of us up on Instagram, like holding awards. Me and Paisley
were not prepared.
We were not prepared. We was like,
oh
my God, this was amazing. And then they had like performances from like Les Miserables.
3-course meal. We were like, can't just last minute pictures taken, brushed our hair from the day.
Don't. And also we had to leave early because the journey was like an hour and a half away. Yeah. So we were like kids, like trying to get them ready, then trying to, honestly, isn't that the worst thing when you're trying to get ready and then you've got kids, like you've got to feed them dinner before you even get out.
Pre-kids getting ready for the awards. You could see all the young ones with all their backless dresses and they all looked amazing, and we were just rolled up. But actually we did quite a lot of networking at that event, didn't we? And it's funny.
We've got very exciting stuff.
Yeah, really exciting stuff.
We were actually talking the other day of the things that we're going to put on our like vision boards, and it's actually crazy.
Like, was it worth going? Was it not? And actually, since then, we were like, we need to find this person. Oh my God, they were at the award. Let's contact them. Yeah. And everything's falling into place. So I know my mood board next year is solely going to be about burnt out mummas, because I'm so excited about this business and where we're going to take it. So
we have actually got some really, really exciting stuff. Yeah. So we've got even meetings planned, haven't we?
We got
in the next couple of weeks. Yeah. So like we've really, but all of it, like our main sole purpose for burnt out mummas is like spirituality, how to grow yourself like as a woman, because I do feel that we genuinely do kind of lose ourselves when we have children. We forget who we are, like what we're trying to achieve, and a lot of the vision boards like went out the window for me when I first had Iona.
They do. They come in and they come out, but you can do like smaller ones on your phone. So that's why I think it's good that we're doing this time where you can book a retreat, because it's just about you for 2 hours, and then we can start your mood boards off or vision boards off for you, so you can go home and have a real think about it, about what you want for the year.
And not to mention that my favourite thing is going to be their saxophonist playing IB for music. So actually after the vision boards, I'm
get your high vibe going.
I'm going to get up and dance. I need to my Jan vibes. I feel like now this time, so guys, really write down them 10 things that you've achieved this year, because you have to also, when you're writing them things, have that gratitude for it, because if you don't have the gratitude, then things won't flow and come easily to you. So have that gratitude before you put your list and your vision boards, and think, wow, like, do you know what? Because a year goes so fast, and you blink and it's Christmas, isn't it? And it's I love Christmas because but Christmas also is a time of sadness for people. It is a time for
it brings up
grief,
little triggers.
like it does. It brings, but for me, it is about just being with like family. I feel like
I'm all about family for Christmas, and and catching up with friends. I'm not, if I'm just eating, seeing friends, family, I'm happy, but New Year is always a sensitive time for me, and that's why I wanted us all to go away to Dubai and celebrate it with the fireworks, with the gala dinners, and also high vibe again. We're away on holiday, we're feeling good, we can really sort of kickstart it with all our intentions.
That's it. And like it can be a really sad time for someone, because if you've lost someone and things like that, I don't know what it is, but Christmas brings up all that raw memories. Paisley, I put like when we were decorating our tree, I like found like Christmas decorations of my little Skippy, like my little
Oh,
dog,
I
and
know.
Iona. She was like, "Oh, mummy, look, this is Skippy's decoration, and she's with the angels now." And I was like, "Oh, I know." Like, I just had to go upstairs and start crying because
Yeah.
I just like it was bringing back like raw memories because I've never not had her over Christmas.
It is.
Like,
It's
so
the
it's-
first Christmases, isn't it? And
I know it's just a dog, but for me, it was more, wasn't it?
yeah,
It was
she
more
was
like
part of
she
your
was.
life. She was part of all of our lives.
Oh,
I've had her.
yeah, like the
Everybody's had her.
family. I know. But for some people, they may have lost their parents, like a partner. Do you know what? It is like that Christmas
It
does.
is. And some people, they're not, you know, like Christmas Day, we've got a lot of people that are coming with us for Christmas meal, aren't we?
Yeah.
That aren't part of the family, but
No.
they're our friends.
There are
on
friends.
their own, or they just
Yeah.
don't want to cook.
People from Mummas are
Boom
coming,
Marts,
like Christmas
friends.
Day, because
So
it is what we're about. Like so a little bit about our background. So our nan was adopted, and her main thing of life in general, she was such a big inspiration to us, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Was family and community. And where she was adopted, she didn't obviously have any siblings and things like that. She never really found out who her mum was, but her main thing was to have a big family herself, but also have a home where people could walk in at any point. And it growing up, Nan's was always like
open
that.
door.
We used to
everyone had a
stay at
key.
Nan's.
Yeah.
Like we'd be cuddling her in bed all night. Like she was like our second mum, wasn't
Yeah.
she? And granddad, like
Yeah.
our second dad and things. But yeah, like it was always that, and I feel like that has never left us. And for me, like I will always have an open door. And like for us on Christmas, like whoever on our next year for Christmas wants to join us, you're very welcome. It's like, yeah, so it's like we always have an open door for everybody,
Yeah.
because that's the way we were brought up. And this is, I think, as well, why we've got this community in a weird way,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because it's like people that we can relate to, that when we will just sit down and have a coffee and just be
definitely.
like,
And I
oh my
think
God, we're so burnt
as
out.
we get bigger, we can offer more and more. Like one of my goals I'd love to do a retreat abroad.
Yeah.
I mean, our list is endless, isn't it?
Listen, that's going to go on our vision board in January. It will go on our vision board.
And help mums that can't get back into full-time work but still want to work around, you know, the school drop off and pick up but earn a bit of money. So we're going to have strategies for that as well, aren't we? Because that is a very hard thing, and I don't think the government or the way that, you know, the taxis done is they make it very hard for mums that still want to be mums but also work as well, but they can't commit to those full-time hours.
Yeah. And I think one important thing is, in the midst of all of this, is actually having a social life. Like having the kids, like trying to work, trying to do all this, and then like you're like, okay, well, when do I have the time to socialise?
Yeah.
That's a massive thing for me, because I'm working so much.
Go on dates, whatever. It's the whole
I know,
thing.
and
It's
I
like
was
juggling
thinking,
plates.
I was even thinking the other day, oh my God, I've not seen like my best friend in probably like 5 weeks, and that's a long time for us. But
Yeah.
I've just genuinely not had the chance to socialise. Obviously over Christmas, yeah, but like in the year when I'm really busy at work, I don't get that time.
Life
So
just
one
goes,
thing for
doesn't it?
me on my visualization board will be to have like one day in the month where I genuinely go out and socialise, because
Yeah.
I feel like for me, every time like I go out with the girls and I come back home, like I feel so like happy. We've giggled, we've had a laugh. Do you know what I mean?
And that is the people you're supposed to surround yourself with, because if you're coming away from your friends and you're feeling a bit, the energy's not good, then I think you need to reassess your
then
circle.
hell no, you need to get them out of your life in 2025, because
Definitely.
I noticed that. I feel like as you get older, you have more wisdom and you think, you know, and I feel like you have to have like a friendship group or friends or people around you
that lift you up.
Yeah, that lift you
Yeah.
up. If they're dragging you down, then
I mean,
they're
you've
not
got
the
to be
right
there for your
person.
friends. What I'm saying is always support them if they're going through crap. But if you're coming away feeling a little bit like that was a bit off, bye.
Yeah.
I'm quite cutthroat like that.
Bye.
Yeah.
I know, and I feel like, yeah, people come into your life for a reason and they come out of your life for a reason. And it was...
What is that word? For a season, a lifetime? What was that? You know that saying?
I love it when you come out and say it.
I know. I wish my memory was better.
For a reason, there's a season. Is there something
People
like that?
come into your life for... Is it a reason, a season, or a lesson, or something like that?
A season or a lesson? I don't know.
Shall I Google it?
Oh, go on then, Google
Go
it.
on.
But I'm about to say, like, imagine yourself. This is something someone told me when I did their cards, actually, and they're really into, like, this is tarot cards I'm talking about now. But yeah, and she said to me, imagine yourself driving on a bus.
There you go. I've got it.
What was it?
People come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Perfect.
When you figure out which one it is, you will know what to do for each person.
Excellent. And also that goes exactly with what I'm saying, because imagine yourself like on a train, a carriage. This is what she said: a train and a carriage. You're going to have people hop on and off the carriage at different parts of your life. So they hop on for a reason, and they'll also hop off. Like, or they'll stay on the carriage with you.
Yeah, I love that.
Isn't
analogy.
that amazing? So I was like, that's true, because people, like, they may come into your life for, like, say, a few months, but then they'll hop off and get on the next carriage. Or there are people that will stay in your carriage with you. And I feel that is a lot with, like, relationships as well. They either stay on the carriage and they help you sail through.
And sometimes people do grow apart. As you're growing as a person, sometimes you just don't have the same interests anymore. You know, it's same with relationships, you know, like
it kind of happened with my ex, actually. Like, we were together for 6 years, I think it was, and didn't even like end sour or anything like that. It's just we like just went different ways. Like,
and I think you do a lot of growing in your 20s.
You do in your 20s, and I think I was in my early 20s, and actually I just wanted to go out and party.
Yeah, I wouldn't be with any of the guys I dated, to be honest. They were just people of moments of time, because none of them really were right for me.
And when you do look back, like, even though my ex was really lovely, he treated me really nice, like there wasn't anything bad about him, but what he loved to do was so different to what I love to do.
I think that can be healthy though in some ways. So like you're very different.
Yeah.
But you still need to come together. If you're not coming together, then you need to really question your relationship.
100%. And if you're doing everything separate in everything you do, again, that's like a thing.
Teamwork.
Like, it is. It's about teamwork. I mean, look, I don't go out with Salve a lot, like, but we work when we're in the household.
He does a lot for you. He's a good guy.
I mean, but I won't go shopping with him or things like that.
I wouldn't go shopping with any man, to be honest.
I definitely don't go shopping.
I like my
him.
time.
Oh my god! Like, literally, Paisley, I think
unless they buy me a Chanel bag, then I'll be shopping.
We'll be shopping with them, no problem. Or like them nice shoes. Gone with the days of Chanel bags and Jimmy Choos.
Oh, that's never coming. It's all going on the house. I mean, I think my quartz worktops cost more than a bloody Chanel bag.
Don't, like, gone with the days. That would be like in my 20s. I'd be like, right, my aim in life is to get a Chanel bag, or my aim in life is to get some Jimmy Choos.
To be honest, I'm not going to lie. At some point in my life, I think maybe but I wouldn't want someone buying it for me. I want to achieve it myself. As like, if we ever hit 1 million, we're going to buy ourselves a nice watch and a bag. But it's not what I live for. I mean, I love shopping. I'm not going to lie. Charity shops and,
to be honest,
car boots. I love vintage stuff. I've always have.
I'd rather have a nice flooring in mine. Because I'm going to walk on that flooring every day.
Appreciate it every day. And I love stuff that's unusual. So for me, it's not even about the money. It's just like having something that's unique to me.
Oh my God, can I just tell you a funny story?
I'm an old Kate Moss kind of girl.
Oh, don't. The other day, I was like, I hid all this stuff in the boot, and it was in there for a couple of days, because you know what, like, we're getting a new house. I can't help it, Paisley. If I see something, I can literally see that in that room of that house. So I left it in, and I was like, I went to go and get it, and I walked in the hallway, and I had all these bags. I didn't know he was in, and he was like, "What have you got there then?" And I was like, I just got some stuff for the house. And I was like, you don't know what to do. And he was like, Isla, stop buying stuff. We're not even in the house yet.
To be
honest.
I was
like, oh my God, I can't help it.
We do that with Mum, don't we? We're like, what have you bought now? Like, why just buy one thing? What was it that I found the other day? She buys she had 4 tables. I was like, listen, you don't need all these. Oh, but for Christmas I might need another table. I was like,
oh no, Mum. And
then
she
I
even
felt
like
like
was
a
going to
man.
buy a wardrobe, wasn't she? No, we're like with our mum, and then our partners are like it with us. And because I was like, oh no, because my mum used to actually hide stuff from my dad, didn't she? And she's like, literally, it's like that thing of like we've like gone into that cycle of doing the same as what Mum does.
One
like,
book
what the hell?
that is really good to read, actually, that was life-changing for me was again I can't remember what the hell. That's one thing I need to do next year.
Wasn't
some
it like
brain memories.
clearing clutter?
Yeah, it's about clearing
clutter out of your life.
happiness and calm. And honestly, I'll find the name now. Life-changing. And every time you go to buy something, which I do kind of try and do now, is the reason why you're buying it, so you don't get caught into the marketing of it all.
You kept telling me about this,
and it's really good. And most clutter comes from people's psychology.
But what did you buy the other day?
Was so funny.
She's like, I've just got these jumpers, and it's because they were 25% off.
I did. I bought a few, but I do actually need them because my jumpers are old. But it's like with, you know, like Mum, how she always buys 4 of the same thing. There's a psychological reason why she does that, and the same when people buy. When you find hoarders or people that buy a lot, it's one thing that they'll have a lot of.
Yeah.
So. Poor Mum, she's getting crucified here. But again, she would buy all workout clothes. And we were like, you don't even do yoga. She's like, yeah, but I've got them in case I go for a walk. But yeah, you don't do that. So it's what people intentionally want to do. So again, if you've got thousands of beauty products, deep down in their head, they're thinking there's a reason why they're doing that. Because something in their life isn't working. And it's reflected on those beauty products. Does that make sense?
I get that.
Yeah.
Because you was even like to me, you were like, Isla, you just like, when you go to buy it in that shop, think about it before.
Because even if you're getting it at a discounted rate, you're still spending that money. And someone said, right, if you're going to buy something for £25 and it was £50, but you don't need it, then put that £25 in your savings. So every time you spend, right, even if it's £1, you should put that £1 in your savings. And by the end of the year, see how much you've saved up, because that's how much you've spent.
I know.
I couldn't even tell you at the minute. Like, obviously the money I earn from Boom Arts, but it all goes on the children. But it's just like little things. You take them out, £10 here, £20 here, you know. That my money for that is for just going out for meals, but then you've got living costs, you've got clothes. It all adds up, doesn't it?
It genuinely does. And kids' clothes are not cheap anymore. They're expensive.
No.
I do a lot of Vinted, to be fair, but
yeah.
But yeah, and I sell stuff on Vinted as well.
That is a good time now, actually, for you to be getting on Vinted and all those unwanted presents, get them up there, earn some money, a couple of £100, start you off for January when people are cutting back.
Clear them wardrobes. Oh, that is the best thing, isn't it? Clearing them wardrobes. I've been doing it because I know I'm moving. I've been doing it.
I've given sacks to charity.
I've been doing it for the last month, really, just clearing loads of my clothes out because I've got dresses, Paisley, which I've had in my 20s, and I just can't get rid of them because I love them. And in my 20s, I spent I spent like £100 on dress, and I just cannot give that to.
I know, it's
really bad. I can't just give that away.
I had all designer stuff, bits and pieces where I was working in London, and I actually still got them because
we will fit in them one day.
That walk-in wardrobe. One day, that is my dream. I think it's every girl's dream is to have that walk-in wardrobe. I grew up in the era of Sex and the City, and I love that Tuesday. I still watch it, and she spent all her money on clothes.
I know. But listen, we've got to put it on our vision boards, haven't we? We can have a walk-in wardrobe. We're going to
walk-in wardrobe. Utility room. That's my goal now, is to have a utility room, for all the kids.
You will. January 2025, you'll have your own utility room.
I'll buy build a shed in the garden.
Mate, I just don't even... So basically, when we, found the house that we really wanted, so we had 2 options of getting a renovation or a house that was fully done, literally after seeing my sister go through what she's gone through.
Don't do it. If
she's had tears, she's had you've had thick dust on stuff. Awful. And I was just I just don't think I can do it with running a business and then kids. I just can't do it.
We underestimated it, and if you want to we're not married, but we might as well be married after this, because if you can survive this, you can survive anything. It's been horrendous, like another level. The house that we got should have been in the auctions. Like we underestimated it, and every single ceiling had to be replaced because it was chipboard. So luckily, obviously, I was still at Mum's while this was getting done, but we had to move in at some point because Mum sold her house. So moved in. And instead of doing our kitchen and knock through at the beginning, we're doing it right on top of Christmas. So, yeah, it's not like... it has caused numerous rows. Like, I'm good with numerous rows. And we're not fulfilling each other's needs because he's exhausted. I'm exhausted because I'm taking over looking after the kids and keeping the kids out of the house. But, you know, you get frustrated with each other because you just get a bit tetchy, a bit tired. Money on top of Christmas, there's dust everywhere, you can't find your Herbalife things and your just anything you think that's easy in the morning but is stressful, add that times 1,000.
Well, listen, on that January 2025 vision board,
the house will be sold next year. We'll go again.
Oh my God, I don't even want you to go through it again, because I knew like when you was going to get that, I was like, my gut instinct is don't do it. But
it was number 13. We had no choice to do it.
But actually 13, I was having a conversation with someone about it the other day. 13 is an angel number. Did you know that?
Yeah, and it can be really lucky for some. Like my last house was 13 and we lived at Nan's.
Can I talk about this as well?
Yes.
Do you know what 13 is?
What?
So back in the day, this is what my friend told me, so you can Google it after. But the reason why they call it Friday the 13th was because it was all about the witches and the pagans, and it was a lucky day for them. It was a very spiritual day, Friday the 13th.
Lucky
but
13.
the government and law at the time made it, they tried to convince them because they were against all the witches and feminism, anything like that. So they wanted to switch it into a negative, so people then scared of it. So really,
so
Friday the 13th is a very spiritual and very like it's quite witchy anyway, because that's what all the like witches and the women had. You've always had number 13s, haven't you?
And saying that, you know about people they're changing it. I was reading recently, you know, in churches where you've got all the little patterns on the window.
Yeah.
That's nothing to do with like Christianity or anything like that. Apparently they've hidden it from us, if you believe in this. So you know where you get those colouring books with all those bits in? Well, that is being put on there for a reason, and churches weren't for worshipping, apparently. They were for healing. So apparently if you were to lay yourself on the floor when they were playing certain music, which I think was at 111 hertz, which is a healing thing.
Yeah.
So it can take away cancers, and people would lie there and then they'd play this healing music, I suppose, back in the day. And it would heal the people. And where they were on the lights, it would let in light frequencies. So apparently that's all to do with frequencies in the church.
Wow.
And they've hidden it from us. So
that's amazing.
Apparently all of that goes back to frequencies, healing, all of that.
We can heal ourselves. And this is one thing I learned with Reiki anyway. I've got my second course. It was meant to be in December, but I got all my dates mixed up, as you do, because I'm burnt out and I literally double book everything. So, but in the new year, obviously I'm going to do it, my second Reiki healing course, but it is all about how you can heal yourself as humans. And the main thing is about energy light. So it's all about the light around us. The light can heal us. So, but one thing that you guys can go away with, when you've walked today, like really do have a walk today, get in nature. Like if you can, take your shoes off, your socks off, get into nature, soil, like, but also imagine like a white light going through your body. So through the top of your head, all the way down to your brain, your throat, these are all your chakras, down from your throat to, you know, your solar plexus, and then all the way down. Imagine that white light coming in through your head and out through your feet. But when you're on ground, like soil, imagine yourself rooting into the ground, because that light, you'll get an energy coming up from the soil underneath, up for your feet, out for your head, and then you'll get light coming down from your head to your feet. Honestly, it's the best way. And I said to you the other week, I said I felt really low, really tearful. And you know, it's really normal for humans, for us. We get very overwhelmed with life, because life nowadays isn't how it would be thousands of years ago. Like, we're in touch with social media, we've got pressures of working, we've got pressures of bringing up children, we've got pressures of everyday life, pressures of feeding ourselves, paying the bills, keeping a roof over our head,
keeping
all of them
warm
pressures.
for a lot of older people.
So I just was really overwhelmed like a couple of weeks ago, and I said to Paisley, I just said, like, I went for a walk, and this is something I do. And when I had the dog, I would go for walks every day. But obviously, since I've not had my little doggy, like, I don't go as much, but I had to. I just, and also when I'm doing healing on others or tarot reading, I'm getting a lot of other people's energies. So I sat against a tree, and the next day I felt regenerated again.
Yeah, always sit your back against a really, really old tree.
I do. I've got my special tree where I
suck
live.
all your negative energy out, and they recharge you like a battery.
But you also have to visualise it as well.
Yeah.
Because when I sat against the tree, I imagined I was part of the tree. I was the tree.
Yeah.
So you imagine yourself like with that light coming into both of you.
fields where there's horses.
Yeah.
There's some where I just love it. I always wanted to horse ride, and I think they're very healing creatures, and that they are quite psychic.
Yeah. I've got a different story about horses.
But Mum could never afford
petrified.
it. And Granny was like, if I win the pools, I'll buy you a horse for the garden. Because I was obsessed with horses. But
it is a very expensive activity, isn't it? It's like, you're very, like, children that do horse riding are very lucky. Like, it's, you know, and people that do have horses, if you have that. But if you don't, just go and spend time with them. Go and straight them in the field. Yeah. We went to feed some carrots, and they went really mad at us.
Are you not supposed to feed them carrots?
No, because they have special food. Like, some horses have different diets. And I was like, oh gosh, like, let's just run. Let's go away now.
That is one of my dreams that I visualise, is having a house backing onto fields.
You'll have it.
Horses. So that's the power of visualisation, and that's what we're going to be doing on our retreat, is visualizing what you want for your future, so we can put it down on paper. You can look at it every day and bring it into your life.
Okay, well, listen, we are Burnt Out Mummas. Thank you so much for listening on Boxing Day. Go and have a lovely, relaxing few days before the new year. Get that affirmations going, the visions going. Get your sources flowing, so you really know what to really visualize when you get to 2025, and then vision boards, get them ready.
Definitely. And if you go onto our social media, there's a post with all our details to book our retreat. It's on our website, which we have coming out very soon, with lots of products on to help you. You can also get it on the link in our Instagram. We have some spaces left, not many. And it's a really good price for what you're getting.
Yeah, really good. Even just the saxophone line, we've got a professional saxophone player. I cannot wait, and I can't wait to get them visions going. So, but we will also, I think another good thing that we will do is in the end of next year, we will talk about what we've achieved on our vision boards.
Definitely.
Because I feel like that is an amazing thing to do.
We've achieved this podcast. I know that's one thing we keep talking about.
We talked about this last Christmas,
God,
and this Christmas we're sitting here doing it. 5-second rule as well. If you've got something in your mind, just go and do it. And it's like, am I going to go for a run? Don't ask yourself, just go.
Just do it.
Just get out. And are you going to go for a walk? Don't talk yourself out of it, because in that 5 seconds, you've got to make that decision. So we'll leave that with you today, guys. Enjoy. Have a lovely week. Bye.
Hey.
We are Burnt Out Mummas, getting ready you for the Christmas season.
Are you looking for the best Christmas present ever, or something for your partner to buy you that you are just so stuck on? If you have everything in the world, how about you come along to our first ever retreat for burnt out mummas?
This is going to be so cool. It's on the 26th of Jan. It is something that is going to be so special for you mummas. We have arranged such a cool thing, haven't we, Paisley?
The most fantastic lineup that you've not had before, and what makes us feel alive. And it's going to make you start the new year off, 2025, with a bang. What have we got, Isla?
We've got vision boards.
Woohoo!
This is one thing that I do every year, a vision board in January. It sets your intentions and goals for the year and years to come, which is really powerful.
The perfect burnt out mummas mood board. And to top it off, in the background, we're going to be listening to
my favourite thing of all time as saxophonist.
Woohoo! Ibiza style.
Ibiza style.
Well, January.
I know, in January. So to pick up the moods of when you're feeling really low in Jan after like Christmas celebrations, we've got a saxophonist coming to play Ibiza specials. So that is going to be insane, isn't
yes,
it?
The rest is going to be top secret. It's going to be a 2-hour event. It's going to be local to Kent and Surrey. It's going to be held in Tatsfield Village Hall. We're going to put all the details on all of our posts, and we're taking bookings as of today. So we have limited spaces. If you want to come along and experience our first Burnt Out Mummas event to make you feel great for the year ahead, then please go ahead and book with us.
Woo! Join the Burnt Out Mummas community.
See you soon.
Have a nice Christmas.